Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, and also those men who teach and preach the likewise doctrine with no compromises, not mixing it to fix it. I want to say shalom and salutations to all the Akim and few Akwat that may be listening. This is your brother Batakala Yahweh, back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm coming at you here from the GMS camp in Chicago. And today I wanted to go into how people who have known you the longest only see you as the worst version of yourself. Okay? Now, what inspired this lesson is a couple of interactions that I had with some people that I grew up with, went to school with, went to high school with. And the Lord has been blessing me to be able to level up. Now, of course, that doesn't come without trials and tribulations. And I'm actually currently going through some trials and tribulations right now. But nonetheless, my overall quality of life has increased since I came into the truth. Just, overall opinion of myself, overall confidence, overall everything. Because, once you understand who you really are, then you can start making progress in your life. And that's a big problem that Jake has. And one of the main reasons why Jake can never get ahead in life is because they don't understand who they really are, and they don't understand what they really need to be doing, which is giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, every step of the way and every day of their life. But, once you understand that and you start doing that, and the Lord allows you, because it's not really me that's doing anything. Once the Lord allows you to understand that and allows you to start doing that, you start to have a different opinion of yourself, and things start to get better. And even if, you might be living a quote unquote good life in a carnal sense, but there's a lot of baggage that would come with that. I mean, I would say that I lived a good life when I was in the world compared to what most others had to go through. But nonetheless, you still have to carry a lot of baggage, and the Lord is not just going to allow you to live in the world as an Israelite and skate by scot-free. Okay, the only thing that will allow the Lord to give mercy on you. Now, of course, trials and tribulations are still guaranteed with this walk, whether you're in the world or whether you're in the truth. But the Lord's mercy is only extended to those who understand, who are allowed to understand who they are, who have fear of the Lord, and who are able to apply and give honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, every step of the way of their life. Okay. But I'm going to start off here. And really, before I read the scripture, I want to say one more thing. Even though you have been blessed to hear and understand this, and the Lord has blessed you with the inquisitive spirit to want to continue to learn, nobody that you ever grew up with, for the most part, now I won't say everybody because there are exceptions to this, but for the most part, the people that you knew growing up, the people that you went to school with, people in your family, they're only going to remember you at your worst. Okay, the only time that they'll remember you at your best is if you come showing up with a couple $1 million or something like that, and then they'll change their opinion of you in hopes that you'll give them something for free. But for the most part, people only remember you at your worst, and they only remember themselves at their best. And this is something that a lot of people do to cope with the fact that they ain't shit, and they ain't never going to be shit. And see, one thing that I've learned and that I now understand is that other people can see when you're destined to be better than them. Now, I'm not saying that I'm great. I'm not saying that I'm guaranteed salvation. I'm not saying that I'm saved, because we won't know that until those chariots pull up, and then we'll know who are the ones that are saved. We'll know who are the ones that are of the elect. But even when it comes to carnal things, if somebody can tell that, you might get more women than them, or that you might make more money than them, or that you might be better at this sport than them, or whatever they want to be good at, if other people can notice someone that's better than them at what they want to be good at, and they make a point to stop you from attaining that greatness so that they can always be above you, and they don't have to worry about you usurping them or passing them. Okay. And I really started to realize that was the case with a lot of the people who I would call so-called friends, so-called family members that I had in the world. Really, they were not friends, and some of them were not. Though those in my family who did that were not real family, because Their goal was to hold me back so that they could shine, because they understood that if I ever attained the level of greatness that they thought I could attain, that they would be irrelevant at that point. All right. But I'm going to start off with Mark 6:4. And this reads, "But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country and among his own kin and in his own house." And Salaki, you know what? I'm going to actually read up, because this is very important to get all of this. So Salaki, I'm going to actually start at Mark 6:2, and then I'm going to read through 4. Okay. So this is Mark 6:2. "And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished, saying, From whence hath this man these things? And what wisdom is this which is given unto him? Even such mighty works are wrought by his hands. Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph, and of Judah and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country and among his own kin and in his own house." And the reason that Yahushua said that is because, like I touched on earlier, and first and foremost, like Yahushua explained in these scriptures through Mark writing the story, people that have known you for your whole life, they only remember you when you was fucked up. They don't remember you, or they will never see you as somebody that's great or somebody that has achieved greatness, unless you take that greatness that you've achieved and you affect their life with it. And even in this case, Yahushua is around his hometown, around the people he grew up with, and he's performing miracles in their face, and they still have a lack of respect for him, and they still look at him as that kid, as that carpenter, as the son of Joseph, as the son of Mary. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at him as their savior. They don't look at him as the Lord's anointed. They don't look at him as the Lord's only begotten. And that's something that is still going on to this day and has been going on into perpetuity. Now, of course, I'm not saying that I'm on Yahushua's level. I'm not saying that anybody on this planet is on Yahushua's level. But the fact of the matter is that people are only going to remember you at your lowest state, because that's how they make themselves feel good. Okay. I'm going to go to Matthew 13, I believe 57. Okay. Matthew 13 and 57. And I might read up, but let me check. Okay, here we go. This is Matthew 13, and I'm going to start at 53. "And when it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished, and said, Whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then hath this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house." Okay. "And he did not make mighty works there because of their unbelief." All right. So these people, they're cutting off their nose to spite their face. And the reason that they're doing it is because they have a natural lack of respect for Yahushua, because they knew him when he was younger. All right. And this is something that I'm experiencing in my own life. Like I said, I'm not on the level of Yahushua at all. Nobody on this planet is on that level. But what I'm saying is that when your life starts to increase and the Lord starts to bless you in whatever ways that he's blessing you, and other people see it, it's a joke to them. They think it's funny. They think that it's bullshit. They think that it's not true. They think, who are you to be thinking that you can do this now when back then you couldn't do this? You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that, especially in the Israelite community, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you guys got that shit real bad, man. And those are the people that was doing that to Yahushua in this time. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. At this time, they were known as Israelites. But, you know, today, in this day and age, now in the future, They're known as Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And they scoffed at Yahushua because they grew up with him, because they knew him, because they didn't want to understand, and they didn't want to acknowledge that how could this guy come from among us and be the best and be the greatest ever, but we ain't shit though. Nah, he's from the same place we from. Just like we ain't shit, he ain't shit. That's how these people think. Okay? I'll go to the book of John now. John chapter 4, verse 44, and I might read up again. Let me just... All right, I'll read it. I'll start at 43. Salakia. John 4 and 43. All right, this is John chapter 4, verse 43. Now after 2 days he departed thence and went into Galilee. For Yahushua himself testified that a prophet hath no honor in his own country. Okay, so this is as you can see, this is more than one account and more than one of the apostles and the disciples saying this point over and over again, because obviously that means that this is something that we need to understand. Okay, people where you come from will not have respect for you. Okay, because they're gonna look at you as, like I said, the man that you were when you were on the bottom. All right, people can't grasp the fact that you come from the same place that they come from, but you're given all these gifts and they weren't given anything. Okay, now of course there are other reasons why that's the case, and a lot of these people had an opportunity to receive at least a modicum of the gifts that Yahushua had received, that's why he went back to his homeland, and that's why he was teaching in the synagogue. I believe that that's Nazareth, possibly, but don't directly quote me on that because I might be wrong. But if I am, you can correct me in the comments section. Feel free. But the fact of the matter is that these people had an opportunity at the blessing, and had an opportunity to be blessed by Yahushua, and they decided to throw that opportunity away to scoff him and say, well, you're just the guy that we grew up with. You're not anybody. All right, that's the sick mind of you niggas out here, man. That's how sick you people are, man. Somebody can be coming with both hands out to help you and give you the greatest gift that you ever received, but since it's somebody that you grew up with, somebody that you knew, and somebody that you struggle with, you can't receive the fact that he's the one that gets to come and give you the gift, because you don't have a gift to give, because you're not anybody special. And that's a big problem that we have, man. All you niggas want to be chiefs, man. But you got to understand that it's only one chief. Everybody else just going to have to be an Indian for the day, man. And that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that, all right? Because I'm not a chief. The only chief is Yahushua, the head chief. And he showed up, and they had disrespect for him, and everybody wanted to be the chief over him, and everybody was jealous that he was chosen to be the chief. And what did they do to disrespect him and to get their anger out? They decided to talk about how he's this and how he used to be that. And that's what all of these niggas do, man. Let me get Salakia because I'm over here rambling on. Let me get this next one. Okay, let me make sure. I'm going to start at 5, okay? So this is Jeremiah 12 and 5. If thou hast run with the footmen, and they have wearied thee, then how canst thou contend with horses? And if the land of peace wherein thou treadest, they wearied thee, then how wilt thou do in the swelling of Jordan? For even thy brethren and the house of thy father, even they have dealt treacherously with thee. Yea, they have called a multitude after thee. Believe them not, though they speak fair words unto thee. I have forsaken mine house, I have left mine heritage, I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. Mine heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest, it crieth out against me, therefore I have hated it. All right, so look, man, even Jeremiah in the Old Testament is saying that these people where you come from, if you're not talking the same thing that they want to hear, if they feel like you're coming back, and you don't even have to say or imply that you think you're better than them, but just the fact that you're doing things that are better than they can do and greater that they can do, that automatically is going to make them come in the spirit of, oh, this guy thinks he's better than me. Who does this guy think he is? And then that's going to cause them to hate on you. That's going to cause them to turn you into the authorities. And now that we're coming down to the hard line and the hard wire, of this Jacob's trouble and this great reset. And they about to start. I mean, they already said in the Philippines that if you don't get with the program, you're going to have to go to jail. And that's coming to a theater near you, man. The whole planet is going to be under that same spirit very soon. And what's going to happen if you decide that you want to go back to your family and you want to try and talk some sense into them, and you want to tell them maybe you shouldn't get with the program because it's not a program that you want to be a part of? What are they going to do? They're going to say, who do you think you are? You're holding us back. We want to go back to normal. I already did this and this and that. Why are you not doing it? And then what's going to happen? They're going to turn you into the authorities, and you're going to have to deal with that. Okay, but understand that all of these things are written here so that we understand what's going to happen. All of these things are written here so that we're not taken unawares, so that we're not snuck up on like a thief in the night. Okay, so you just have to understand that, and you have to use that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you have to conduct yourself in a certain way so that you can avoid all troubles that can be avoided. And, you know, ultimately, whatever the Lord has in store for you, that's what you're going to get. But there are definitely some troubles that can be avoided with the understanding of what these scriptures are saying. All right. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of Great Millstone, and also those men who teach and preach the likewise doctrine, the 100% truth, not mixing it to fix it, not compromising to have any gains. And I want to say Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, and Abba Ball.